Good game, not great game for us. I thought there were areas we could have been sharper, obviously. I thought defensively, about as sloppy as we've been all year for what is an outstanding defense. But we won the game and against a team that had beaten Pitt, had beaten North Carolina. So we'll take it and get ready for A&M.
Where have you seen the growth in Eli?
He's throwing strikes. I don't think he was great tonight. He hadn't pitched in 2 weeks. But he battles, and that's the thing. He's got composure for a freshman. He throws strikes, and his stuff's just good enough. It's not elite yet. I think it will be at some point. But, again, you see a composed kid that throws strikes and gives his defense a chance to play.
Mark, I think you called Josiah's homer last week majestic. You got a new description for this week, the one today that just about hit that bus?
It's a good question. A better word than majestic? Ruthian, how about that?
That's a good one.
Ruthian.
And I guess just obviously he's been on a tear of late. I guess just what's he kind of bringing to the team right now in terms of the pop and the consistency?
Look, nobody deserves the success that he's having more than him. He's a great kid. He's a great teammate. He's a hard worker. He's had a lot of ups and downs in his career here. He's playing through numerous injuries, some that people know about, some that people don't. And to see him have success, it's hard to be happier for anybody than you are for him because he deserves it.
The offense looked pretty good tonight in 2-out situations. I think they were 12 from 19. Just what you had to say from your offense's approach at the plate.
Yeah, again, I think for the most part we're as good as our older guys go, but the bottom of the lineup tonight, Burgess had a great day. Evan Stone had a great day, and so you want to see length in your lineup. And again, a lot of this is about matchups and who you're facing. And tonight, obviously, A&T wasn't throwing their top line guys, so I think that has something to do with it. But we took good at bats. What do we have? 6 strikeouts on the night, so we put the ball in play. They only walked us 3 times, so we had to really earn our runs tonight. So it's good to see us get 15 hits.
Can you speak to Burgess offensively this year? I think this time last year he was hitting like 309 in league play and just hadn't quite come together offensively, although he's been really good behind the plate, obviously.
Yeah. I think what people need to understand is that he's coming off the labrum surgery, and he probably won't be back to full strength until next year. And I think that's a big part of this. I don't know that he just has had the bat speed all year that he had last year or that he will have next year, but he's battling through it. And he knows his defense is the number one priority. So there are nights that I probably wish we could sit him down and give him a rest, but we just don't have that luxury right now. With Madden having to go to first and Lee Croy having to go to third base. So he's battling through it, and I think the shoulder has a lot to do with that, John.
I know Cade only threw like 11 pitches tonight, but I guess just how does that affect his availability for maybe, I guess, Friday or going the weekend?
No, he'll be ready to go. Him and Becker obviously will be the 2 guys at the back of the bullpen when we have a chance to win. And so tonight it was great. We at that point we didn't want to see any more mess, and let anything get hairy there in the 9th inning. So we hope that he would go in there and be very efficient like he generally is, and he did exactly that. So he had already thrown in the bullpen just in case earlier. When it was getting a little bit closer, so he had already thrown those pitches, and so at that point you weren't really saving him if you needed to use him for 3 outs.
Very early word on Brent.
We'll see. He's been dealing with that ankle now for about a month, and he re-aggravated it on that last hit, so we'll see how he feels, but my guess is that if he can walk, he'll want to play. I can hear you. You're not that far. I'll repeat your question.
There you go. Well, that's a good idea. Yeah. You've won 4 in a row now, going to A&M. So how do you feel about this series coming up, the way the guys are playing, and how maybe their confidence is right now?
Well, again, I think we've been playing good baseball now for 4 or 5 weeks. We've lost a couple. The Auburn series didn't go our way, but we've been playing really good baseball, I think, for the most part. Since I think a lot of it has to do with when we put Becker into the bullpen. I think that's changed a little bit of our look, and I think our younger hitters are starting to come along a little bit. So we're a confident team, but we also know going on the road to A&M, who's a top 20 team. I think their RPI now might be in the top 15. It's going to be a heck of a challenge. So we're going to go there, try to win games, play our best baseball. We're going to start with a Hawaiian travel outfits tomorrow instead of going with our usual formal. So we're going to try to mix the look on our road trip a little bit and see if that helps us out. So sometimes that stuff is important, sometimes it's not. But at this point, what the heck, let's go have a little fun and see what happens.
On the note of A&M, is it going to be business as usual for the rotation or any changes there?
Most likely, yeah.
I got to ask, where'd the Hawaiian idea come from?
Andrew Eister. I called a couple of the older guys up and I said, guys, it's very well documented that our road success has not matched our home success. So give me some ideas to mix it up a little bit. And they said, well, what if we, generally we wear these South Carolina travel suits and it's very formal. And they said, what if we just mix it up, have a little fun, start with some Hawaiian shirts as a theme and then kind of go from there. So I don't know if I'll change curfew or mandatory breakfast and all that stuff. I don't know if we'll go that far, but we'll mix it up a little, see if we can get a little different mojo.
So have you got a Hawaiian shirt ready to go as well?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, we're all ready to go. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.